what's up you guys, this is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Quick Draw, we're spending our night with a hot set of twins, when we take a look at the Akstiletto. Now, it's been a long time coming for this weapon, and honestly, it was released with about a gajillion other things that I needed to cover, so the Akstiletto definitely fell by the wayside. And to be frank, I pretty much regarded it the same way that I do with most men. Looks good and is decent to play with for a bit, but doesn't seem interesting enough for me to pay any real attention to. But with a lot of coaxing from many friends and clanmates, I have decided that maybe it's time to give the Akstilettos a second chance. So you can pick these up in the Clan Dojo in the Tenno Lab for 15,000 credits, and if you've got the Forma to burn, I would definitely suggest it. Otherwise, you can pick these up pre-built along with the Catalyst in the market for 225 plat. Now the Akstiletto's primary damage type is Impact, with a splash of slashing and a tiny amount of puncture, mainly making this geared towards taking down Corpus shields. However, it will greatly suffer against the remaining factions without using the proper elemental combinations. So I'm gonna be completely frank, automatic secondaries aren't really my cup of tea. But if I had to pick one from the bunch, it would most likely be the Akstilettos. They've got a decent base damage, fire rate, crit chance, and status chance. And while the magazine is a bit low, the fact that its hit scan has the highest accuracy out of all of the fully auto pistols and has a very fast reload speed more than make up for it. While it doesn't necessarily have any standout statistics, the fact that its mechanics work so well together is definitely its most attractive feature. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a couple of other automatic secondaries that are quite comparable, but overall, I definitely feel like this is the best balanced. Okay, as I stated before, I'm not the biggest fan of fully auto secondaries, and that's mainly because of the fact that they tend to be low base damage, high fire rate weapons, which means that you're gonna be burning through your ammo quite quickly. See, this is where I feel like it's a bit counterintuitive. I usually only change over to my secondary weapons if I'm running low on ammo for my primary weapon, so why would I want something that burns through ammo so quickly? And that's why I like the Akstilettos the best in its category. It's got awesome accuracy, which means you can aim for weak spots and take advantage of damage multipliers, thus increasing its damage per bullet and lowering your ammo consumption. And in that same vein, its fire rate isn't so completely insane that a single click is going to eat through half of its magazine and will allow you to burst fire this thing efficiently, and not waste too many bullets on a dead body. Now, speaking of waste, can we talk? So, like I said earlier, I definitely had a couple friends and clanmates pushing me to review the Akstilettos, and to be honest with you, it felt kind of like I was being set up. You know, you'll really like him, he's got a good stable job, he's smart, he keeps in shape, and he's invested well into his 401k. And while the Akstilettos sound good on paper and is overall a pretty decent secondary, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna fall in love with it. Honestly, I want a secondary with more personality, something like the Castanas, the Stug, or the Detron. Something that's a bit more unique and has some interesting quirks. And while we do have some things in common, I like killing things, the Akstiletto likes killing things. Sure, maybe I'll slip my fingers around his trigger once or twice a week. But realistically, if I'm gonna commit to staring down the barrel of that pistol long term, I'm gonna need to know that he's got more than a quick reload to stay satisfied. If you catch my drift. Okay, let's get back to the Quick Draw. So all in all, just as long as you've got an ammo mutation slotted in, the Akstilettos perform pretty damn well. Its mechanics work synergistically and even comes with an innate bar polarity, which means that modding in elements to help you increase your damage per bullet will be a little bit easier. On top of that, aside from the Forma, it's pretty easy to craft, meaning that it's fairly accessible to newer players. And if modded correctly, it'll definitely hold you out till you can get your hands on something a bit more substantial. So while he's definitely not my Mr. Right, I can guarantee that the Akstilettos aren't a bad Mr. Right now. So thank you all for watching another episode of the Quick Draw. For those of you wondering about the kind of secondaries I date long term, check out my Quick Draw on the Detron as well as my review of the Merlock. So don't forget to do the thing that I ask you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, stay tuned for all the double entendres here at A Gay Guy Plays. No, I'm not gonna. Boy, what is wrong with you? He got his own little set. I know. He be taking care of them cool bros, and he got so much Forma, he does not know what to do with it. He's a Volt. I'm not gonna date a Volt, okay? Shoot, if you won't take him, I will.